Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of our Terraria Let's Play. This is the 1.4 update on Master Mode, and I believe this is episode 8, maybe? Episode 8, episode 7, one of those. We're coming off our last episode where we got the win on the Eater of Worlds, and we also managed to get ourselves some Molten Armour, which is brilliant for the defense buff. Really useful for what we're planning to do today. Before getting into today, what I wanted to do was take some time, as I kept on having issues harvesting Daybloom, so I wanted to take some time to put together a like a garden of sorts, just so that I've got like a constant stream of Daybloom coming in, as it's something that I feel I use a ridiculous amount of. So yeah, before getting into like today, I was going to just spend a bit of time putting together that garden. Simple blocks and chucking out some clay pots in order to make that happen. So yeah, we're going to crack on with that to begin with, and then we'll be looking at cracking on with today's episode, which basically comprises of us having a go at trying to take on a couple of the next bosses, one of which is the Queen Bee. A big bee, huge bee, and the next one being Skeletron, which is the next kind of boss that I think once we've got Skeletron done, we are then technically ready to take on the last boss before going into hard mode, which is the Wall of Flesh. So we've made some pretty good progression up to now. Just quickly get my imp out there. So yeah, I'm gonna just put together this house. Chuck some clay in there, make some clay pots, and then we'll come back to it when we're planning to go down and deal with the next bosses. Dude. Okay, so we've got ourselves a little garden. Lots of clay pots. Currently only got 4 shoots for our Daybloom, which hopefully will, once they mature and I chop those down, they should drop some more seeds, which will then hopefully allow us to plant some more and make ourselves a self kind of preserving Daybloom farm. Now for Daybloom, that's going to look after things like my Iron Skin potions and also my regeneration potions as well. So yeah, to have something that's kind of self-sustaining there would be brilliant. So the next thing on the agenda is quite simply for us to go and get ourselves prepped to take on the Queen Bee that is. That's going to involve us heading to the jungle and finding ourselves a hive. Now because we've got the Imp Staff, which is mythical, and the Molten Fury, which is unreal, as well as Hellfire Arrows and Jester Arrows, I'm like in my mind not thinking that we're going to have too much of a problem taking on the boss, because the gear that we have right now is technically kind of above what you should have when you're taking on those bosses. So I'm feeling pretty good, but obviously Master Mode always throws something at me. So it's a case of going extra geared and hopefully it pays off. If it doesn't, then you know we come out of it with a plan on how we're going to attack it next time. So yeah, with that in mind, we are going to chuck some of the excess stuff out here that we're not going to need whilst we're down there, and then yeah, we're going to head on down. So what I'm looking for at this point is this little guy down here. So this is the star of a beehive. I'm going to try and get above it so that the honey that's inside of there doesn't leak out and go everywhere. Nothing worse than having honey taking over the entire jungle. So I need to plan this accordingly. Here's the, yeah, so that's where we need to be. So I'm going to kind of go in out this area here. Luckily with our molten pickaxe, this should hopefully make light work of these blocks. So I have put away my Imp Staff only because the summon that's inside of a hive is like a crystallized bee, like a larva, and if the imp accidentally shoots near it, there it is. If the bee shoots it if the imp accidentally shoots it, it does unfortunately awaken the queen, and I want to make a little bit of a setup first before we awaken her, just so that we've got everything working for us. So, I almost just shot it myself. So we're going to deck this out with some planks. We're also going to just kind of hollow this out, make sure that this is all usable for us. And I should have brought more wood. I always forget to bring wood. Yeah. Let's take out this bee. How do I take it out without doing any damage? Shoot, start flying around the queen. Sorry, not bee, kill the hornet. Get the stingers. So first thing I want to do is just plant some platforms. Like a ton of platforms. Done. Just seal off that honey pool. Now honey generates a really good buff, increases life regeneration for I think 20 seconds or 30 seconds, let me just check, 30 seconds whilst you when you're in it, which is great obviously for the temporary little boost, which we are going to be making use of whilst we're here. I think I'm going to mine all of this out so I can fall down. We'll hold this out, get some wooden platforms across the middle so we've got some up and down, some elevation, and then we are going to set up our first attempt at this queen. Now what I've also done is just made sure that I've got enough materials from the honey, so things like the honey block, the hive. I believe we need to actually get hold of some honey as well, because if we fail at this attempt here, which is obviously the summon, we can have a go at making our own summon, so that at least we've got the arena and we can then have multiple attempts at taking her on. So let's just pop some planks across here. Just seal that bit off. The only thing that I'm worried about is other enemies just finding their way in. So we'll take our heart lantern, pop you up here, give us some life regeneration whilst we're here. We'll pop down a campfire. That'll again provide us with some life regeneration. We've got regeneration potions and iron skin potions. We're going to be running with the Molten Fury as our main weapon and the imp staff. I'm really hoping this goes well actually. Really hoping this is alright. Okay, here we go. So with the queen bee, she does like to do this move a lot, kind of this jumping from, or flying I should say, from side to side. And then she likes to pelt down lots of bees and shoot you with poison. Luckily, because of our Bazoa, she's just doing static damage with those attacks, and I don't get the poison effect. Now, we are heavily geared for this fight because of the fact that we've done the Molten, we've got the Molten armour and the Molten Fury again. And we've got a pretty decent arena size as well. This hive is a lot bigger than the average size hive. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good with this, but we have run out of our arrows that I was kind of hoping on using. Hellfire ones. Jesters are not a bad thing because they have piercing, so of course shooting bees at me, not a problem. Shoot all the way through all those bees. Use the planks. This is looking golden here. We're looking great. We're looking really great. And booyah, we got you. Caught. Okay, yeah, that was just absolute domination of the queen. Put that down to our armour, our weapons. We were just literally ahead of that there. If I can make another one. So yeah, we've got enough to make another queen bee. What I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to open up this treasure bag. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff. So we got next to which summons a baby hornet. Kind of like our eye though. A bee shirt. We'll pop that on. This is the important one here, bee nades. Now I'm going to be wanting to use these for our next fight against... What? We got the honey goggles. Sorry. So honey goggles provides us with a flying mount. These are, I think, a 25% chance. Now it doesn't have infinite flight, but that is still really, really good for us to get on our first attempt. So that's really awesome. That'll be really good against the next boss as well. So yeah, we're going to be essentially making another summon for us to take on the queen again, and then hopefully we're going to get some more of these bee nades which we can then use going into the next fight. So you know what, let's jump straight into the next attempt. And we don't have the health fury or hellfire arrows, sorry, from the previous battle at the beginning, but jesters should still be sufficient. That and adequate movement, as long as we're moving. The good thing about the queen bee is once you've got a rhythm down, you can handle her. She's all right. She's not as difficult, you know, or what's the right word, erratic as the other bosses. Come on, queen, let's go. And of course, any bee nades that we get is just a bonus because they're a form of grenade that once you throw them and they explode, a swarm of bees comes out of them and starts attacking as well, doing additional damage. Which, for a boss that we'll be fighting next, we can overwhelm them with the bees. Ooh, got a bit more erratic movement there. And done. We are trouncing these bees. Can we make another? What do we need in order to make another? I've got beeswax as well, which would be useful. I've got hive. I've got honey. I think it's honey blocks that I need. You know what, we'll call it there, only because if we need to make more we can, and we've clearly got a decent arena in order to take on the queen bee. Let's head home, chuck some of this stuff away, and start... Oh, we've got ourselves a new guy. Johnny, the angler. So the angler's... I've not really ever done the angler's missions, but he provides you with missions for fishing, where if you go to specific areas, like in this case the Sky Lake, you can randomly get a fallen starfish, which once you hand it in, he has, I believe, randomly allocated special items that he can give you. I do want to complete that during this playthrough, so I'll see how this goes. I'm glad I've got him anyway. Let's chuck all that in there. We're going to open our next treasure bag, just see what comes out of this. We're going to bee hat. No, I'm not digging the bee hat. Not digging it. We also got the beekeeper, a sword that I think when you hit enemies, bees come out. We've got another hive pack. I'm going to be making use of that when we go into our next battle, because they make bees, increases the strength of friendly bees. If we're going to be chucking grenades that explode and bees come out, we want the bees to be strong, and we're going to be using the menacing hive pack because it comes with an additional 4% damage. Honeycomb. Releases bees after taking damage, and we have a nectar again. So I want to chuck down our relic. Let's go pop this inside this house. So we've got the witch doctor as well. Oh, are you not placeable here? You know what, we'll just chuck it outside. What do you sell? A blowgun, not that useful at this point. An imbuing station, so used to craft weapon imbuing flasks. I think you can put like toxicity and fire on your weapons with this, but it's a little bit expensive for my taste right now. We'll sell up some of the items that we're not planning to use. Let's go speak to Andrew. Hey Andrew, why haven't you died yet? Yay. What have we got? We've got a bee breastplate, bee greaves, bee headgear. 4, 5, 4. 8, 9, 8. It just doesn't compare. Now I know this gives you increased maximum minions, so we could we could spawn more imps, but I just can't justify doing that. Beanades, you can actually make beanades now. What? Didn't know that. Okay, well that's what we're doing. We've got what? We've got how many? 39. We buy 39 grenades off the demolitionist. And then we just turn them straight into beanades. How do we? Oh wow! I'll tell you what, that's not. I don't believe that's been in the game forever. I think that's a 1.4 update. But you're going to see some serious bee swarmage on the next fight. So we'll chuck our beekeeper into there. Look at the bee's knees as well. I mean, it does some awesome stuff with normal. I don't know what's better. Bee's knees or molten. I mean, you know what? We're going to give the bee's knees a go. In fact, got loads. Let's make it. Let's just top it up, eh? We'll top it up. So we'll sell the excess to our lovely merchant. We're going to be keeping you. We'll keep Molten Fury because we're probably going to switch into that afterwards. Bottled honey. We'll chuck you in there. Right. So yeah, now it's. You know what? I think we just go straight to the next battle. We try and take on Skeletron, which is such a big difficulty increase, but basically all we're going to be wanting to do is set up an arena, just some planks, that's all we'll really need, with some campfires, and it would have been nice actually to have those heart lanterns. We'll have a bash without it, we'll see how we do. If we suck, we'll go and get the heart lantern. If we manage to pull it off, then hey ho, we've got the win. These look tall. These pyramids. We have found meteorite. So, problem with this is that I don't have something that protects me against fire damage, and this meteorite unfortunately does a tasty amount of fire damage. Wow, it does tons of fire damage. So I'm just going to try my best to get hold of as much meteorite without dying. Just jump up and down the spot. Okay, that's cool. That'll be enough for now. Oh, nothing as satisfying as that. Take it all. And just loot a lot. Got ourselves a living wood tree. Seems everything was happening on this side of the map. Let's have a little look down here, see if there's any other rooms. Does look like we found one. Not that great. I'll take the loom. And chuck you in there. Oh, love that. Head down a bit further, just in case there is. Nothing else. Let's keep this train moving. Hey, we arrived. So we are at the dungeon. Just gonna break all of these. What have we got there? A calming potion. Decreases enemy spawn rate. We might actually use that a bit later on. So I want to get cracking whilst the day is young. Let us get putting our platforms down. So we're making an arena for fighting the next boss. I do make it a point of trying to fight on top of the dungeon. Tons more health and tons more damage. Yes, there you go. Doing what you're supposed to do. Gives us enough space to generate some speed. We've also got our Shield of Cthulhu from the first boss, which provides us with that dash attack, so we'll be able to jump back and forth and dash when needed, which is great. Okay, so we are approaching night time. Just going to be doing my final things. Where did he come from? Let us now eat some sashimi. In fact, you know what, we'll just buff up. Press curse and off we go. You know what, let's start off with some grenades, eh? I'm gonna hit his hands first. Reason being is because if you destroy the hands, it does actually do more damage overall to his head when you come to hitting his head. Now these bee grenades are just I've got to use the word swarming then. He's going alright up to now. Not in too much danger. I'm trying not to move too much because I want these bees to really attack his hands. There we go, there we go. Just keep on attacking. Alright, we've got rid of his hands, so now he should start shooting heads, I believe. Yeah. Just gotta make sure I dodge. And then when it comes to it, blast him with the grenades. See if we can get some of the mini shark going on this dude. See, the bees aren't really catching up with him because he's going too bleeding fast. He's got to dodge those heads that he's shooting at me. Hopefully the bees can then do the rest for me. Maybe stick to the mini shark for now. Until I run out of bullets, maybe. Ping another heal. Click on the heads. Ooh. Use that dodge. Yes, I thought the bee's knees would actually be really, really awesome at this point, but the bees can't seem to catch up with Skeletron because his head moves so bleeding fast. Here we go. Here we go. And boom! Skeletron first time. That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. So we've got Skeletron kill first time and Queen Bee kill first time. Both from the same episode. You can't really ask for more than that, can we? Let us head back home. And, oh sugar, where's my, there. Put together our stuff. 55 defense, that was that iron skin potion. So I'm just going to chuck some stuff into here, tidy up a little bit. Let's go to this, I'm popping my Terraria stuff because we're going to be looking at that a bit later on. Let's go plant my daybloom seeds. And then we're going to open this treasure bag and see what we get. Got a bone glove, 33% chance not to consume bone. I'm assuming I need bone for that to use bone. And a Skeletron hand, which is in place of the slime hook. Let's have a look. It's got decent range. Let's have a look at the slime hook. This has more than two though. I'm gonna ditch the hands because I'm not thinking that's better than the slime hook. And we also got ourselves a ton of meteorite as well. Oh, and the relic. Let's pop the relic outside. There we go. We got a ton of meteorite. Let's just speak to our best friend Andrew and see if just straight into meteorite bars. Okay, we'll do that. We just need a furnace. Can you make it this one? Yes, you can. 43 bars, and then let's have a chat and see what we can make this. So we can make a meteor staff. That's using ingredients we definitely don't have yet. Drill containment unit. Yeah, those bars are not ones that we have. Meteorite leggings. Okay. 5 defense, 6 defense, 5 defense, 8, 9, and 8. I'm just not going to even bother with that. Star cannon. So we've got, where's my bars? 43, and star cannon only needs 20 plus a mini shark. Ooh, I don't think I want to go with mini shark. Shoots fallen stars. I mean, I've got enough fallen stars, but that seems like I'm giving up a lot by using a mini shark. Well, orange phase blade. 32, 26. Oh, these are not that great. Meteor shot. I believe meteor shot bounces. I think it's like bouncy bullets. So I might take that because we're going to be going into the. Yeah, I am going to take that because we're going into the dungeon, and it's very close, confined spaces. So if I take in 999 meteor shots, that should do us well whilst we're down there. We'll also use the arrows because bees flying around everywhere would definitely be a bonus. And yeah, that is... how much money have we got now? 29 gold, 43 silver. God, we spent so much. So much. So yeah, rounding up today, what have we done? We've got a ton done in terms of boss completion. We've got the Queen Bee completed and Skeletron completed, both on our first attempt, which is so good. I just can't stop thinking about the Era Worlds. We've got a good amount of stuff heading into the next episode for loot-wise. You know, we've got the bee's knees, we've got no more bee nades left, but they were well used. We've got a bone glove, which we'll try once we've actually got some bones to use. And yeah, we'll see what the next episode brings. Because we're now up to the kind of the pre-Wall of Flesh, I'm going to be doing a lot of dungeon play on the next episode to see if we can find some of the dungeon gear, and that'll hopefully set us up nicely for then taking on the Wall of Flesh. It probably won't be a Wall of Flesh episode next, but we'll see how that dungeon episode goes. It might be brilliant, in which case it'll set us up really, really well. But yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this next episode in our series. It feels like it's going really up and down, like well and not so well, and well not so well. But I'm having a ton of fun with it. So you know, if you do end up watching this video and you like it, please let me know. If you hate it, please let me know. And if you have any feedback at all, just use that comment section of what it's for in the YouTube section. So yeah, have yourself a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.